Alright guys, I'm here on my 2008 Tacoma. It has been giving me a little bit of noise in this wheel. See if you can hear it. That bearing is starting to growl a little bit. I'm going to go to the other side so you can hear it. And it doesn't spin very freely. But this wheel, completely quiet, spins really easily and just keeps spinning. So I believe I have a bad bearing. So I'll show today how I'm gonna take this bearing out so that you guys can do it as well. First things first, make sure you get your vehicle jacked up. I have mine on jack stands, and I also leave the jack under the front just as an extra safety measure. Go ahead and remove the...
Once you get the wheel off, you're going to need to remove a 12 millimeter bolt that holds on the brake line bracket and two 17 millimeter bolts that hold the caliper onto the knuckle.
Now it's time to remove the dust cover.
Just a quick tip for getting the rotor off. These rotors have
you can
an M8 by 1.25 threaded
well.
hole in each side of the rotor that you can use to press the rotor off. Makes it much easier than trying to pound it off with a hammer.
And you're going to take your cotter pin.
Next, you're going to need a 35 millimeter socket to remove the axle nut.
There you go. Take your tassel off.
Once you get the axle nut off, you want to make sure that the axle can move within the hub assembly. So when you remove the hub, it won't be stuck to the axle.
This whole new hub assembly, this is pre-pressed, so you don't have to press these parts together. All you have to do is undo these 4 bolts. This may be a little bit tight. You should be able to get it out. And sometimes you gotta kind of get it to start wobbling. And then it comes out enough that you can get back on here. Loosen these out the rest of the way. Here's the old one. Take our new one. Make sure it's nice and clean. We're going to put this back on just the same way we found it, like that. But first we got to get this started here. So a lot of these units that you get from whatever supplier you get, they have thread locker on them already. This one did not. You're going to tighten these slowly at a cross pattern. All right, once you get these 4 bolts back here, also make sure that you have your guard in the right direction so your brake caliper will fit. But once you get them here, you're going to tighten these to 60 foot-pounds is what it says. I'm going to see if I can get my crow's foot sockets on here to do that. But if not, just do your best to get them tight as close to 60 foot-pounds as possible. If you are using a crow's foot adapter, you need to make sure that your torque wrench is at 90 degrees. Let's see if I can get this one to fit. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and snug that castle nut up just a little bit right now. I'm going to grab my brake rotor, throw it on. I'm going to use one of my lug nuts to hold that brake rotor on while I put my brake caliper back on. Okay, once you get the brake caliper to knuckle bolts tight, go ahead and torque them to 91 foot-pounds. Now it's just a matter of putting all this hardware back together. I'm going to put my sensor wire back in the plastic clip. I'm going to put the brake line bracket back on. Just the last few things on this is this nut needs to be torqued at 203 foot-pounds. Let's go ahead and hit that. Okay, got that. Then you go ahead and you put this little crown nut keeper should line up with one of the holes. Okay, now that that's back there, you can go ahead and put the dust cover back on. Just go around that ring slowly. Alright, now that brake hub is replaced. You just got to make sure you put your wheel on. That's what's going to seat this rotor. And make sure you torque your lug nuts to 85 foot-pounds. And that is how you change a hub bearing assembly.